I'm Barista Esther, a trusted travel legal voice insider at travel.org. And I'm here to get you legally ready to travel safe, travel smart, and travel far. Now let's begin with today's legal guide. We want to look at some of the things you need to follow if you're going to be traveling abroad in this year, 2026. There are new rules, there are new requirements, there are updated provisions when it comes to traveling abroad in 2026. It could be you're traveling for vacation, for staycation, or you even want to go for business trips, tourism, adventure, study, and the likes. Now, there's some things you need to note for the year 2026. Yearly, there are some new provisions that come out from United States, United Kingdom, from different countries, and they want you as a traveler to follow these updated rules, to follow these requirements and provisions. So let's take them one after the other. I'll be starting with the United States. There is a real ID compliance for those who want to travel to the United States. You need to note this. After multiple delays, when it was introduced in 2007, the federal law for those who want to travel to the United States came into effect in 2025, May 7th to be precise, 2025. And what this means is, when you are issued your ID card, part of the documents you're going to be needing to travel to the United States, it has to be real ID compliant. Now, most old ID cards that were issued do not have this real ID compliance. Now, there is no big deal. In any situation where yours is not real ID compliant, you can apply. And when you apply, you pay a particular fee, just a token of $45, spirit, $45 TSA confirm ID fee. That is what it's called. And you can check their portal, you can go online, and you can search for it, and you can pay for it. Now, what this means is you are real ID compliant when you pay that fee, $45. What this means is, for those who don't understand, the real ID compliance has to be on your ID card, whatever is issued to you when you want to travel to the United States. If you don't have, or if your ID card is not real ID compliant, I'm sorry, you can be bounced at the airport. Let me also note this, that the ETA is valid for just 3 months. After that, you reapply for it. Now let's move to navigating Europe entry and exit requirement. When it comes to traveling to to countries that are in Europe, we've talked about the Schengen countries, or the countries in the Schengen area. We've talked about countries that are in Europe. Now, let me know this. Like UK that has ETA, Electronic Travel Authorization, European countries too have Electronic Travel Information and Authorization System, known as the ETIAS. Now, 30 of these European countries apply. There are 60 visa-exempted countries that can travel to 30 European countries without visa. What do I mean? Now, some of these 60 visa-exempted countries include Brazil, Barbados, Hong Kong, even United Kingdom is one of the 60 visa-exempted countries. Now, these countries can travel to these 30 European countries that I'm going to list, some of them, without visa. Now, some of these 30 European countries include Austria, we have Bulgaria, we have Belgium, we have Germany, Greece, France, Finland, and we have a lot of them. Now, which means, let me explain better, which means that UK, Brazil, Barbados, Hong Kong, if you're a citizen of these countries, you can travel to Austria, Bulgaria, Germany, France, Finland, and a lot of them without needing visa. Now, if you are a citizen of these countries that do not need visa to travel to these 30 European countries, the date has not been set yet. But starting from this year, 2026, you would be needing the European Information Travel and Authorization System, the ETIAS. You need to apply for it. Like the ETA does not replace visa requirements for the UK, the ETIAS does not replace visa requirements for these European countries. And you should note, it's just for short stays, 90 days or across 180 days period. You also need to note that it can be valid for 3 years. But in a situation where your passport has expired, please, you need to reapply for the ETIAS. Now, if you notice, we mentioned the major countries that have these new rules, these updated regulations and requirements for their travels. When you want to travel to this country, please always come back to check this video. You will need these instructions. Follow for more updates at Travelism. I am Barista Esther. Remember, I know no deal. Ignorance of the law excuses no one. Remember that.